Hello and welcome to my Slim and Well vlogs. My name's Claire and it's lovely to have you here with me. Today's vlog is a what I eat in a day on Slim and Well vlog, so hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claire and if you're new here then a big huge welcome. If you're a returning viewer then hi, welcome back. So this is one of my Slim and Well vlogs. As you all know, if you follow me regularly, I've just returned to Slim and Well. I had my first weigh in last week and let's talk about that. I lost 7.5 pounds, which is amazing. 7.5 pounds in 1 week. I literally couldn't believe it. So obviously there's many factors that could have contributed to my 7.5 pounds loss. Was it the time of the month? I think it kind of was actually, but I've never had that fluctuation around the time of the month, so it's not 100% down to that. Had I eaten before I weighed? No, I hadn't. I'd had lunch, I hadn't eaten at dinner, I had dinner when I got home. But I think the biggest factor was throughout the summer holidays and leading up to this, I have just been eating absolute rubbish. I have been drinking wine most nights. I probably had a big dairy milk chocolate bar most nights. And I've been eating whatever. Obviously, we had been away to Cromer, which I will get that vlog up soon. The few days before I weighed in, so there had been a couple of chip shop meals. There had been a Chinese takeaway, so my body was full. I had been eaten to the max, let's say. So I think it had a bit of a shock to the system my first week back because I was very good. I made that veg chili for my lunches, so for 3 or 4 days in a row I was literally just eating speed food for lunch, and I was generally really good and I stuck to plan 100%, except that one cheat day where Mark and I went out on our brunch, which I think more of my sins came from alcohol because I did show what we ate, and apart from 2 crumpets for breakfast, that was all we had. So it wasn't like I ate masses of food. I did, however, consume a fair deal of wine. But back on plan the next morning and I stuck with it all week. So yeah, 7.5 pounds. I am dead chuffed with that because, as I mentioned in the last vlog, 7 pounds was my target for our mini break in October. So I've done that. So my target has now moved to a stone because as I've done that 7 pounds in 1 week, I feel like adding another 7 pounds on and going back to my initial 7 pound target shouldn't be too hard. Even though this week I have been on plan, haven't been as religious in keeping track of everything, and I haven't been eating quite as well. I can't even think what we have had, but I have been on plan. So today I'm just doing a little what I eat in a day on Slim and Well. For breakfast, I had a mushroom and cheese omelette. I just used 20 grams of cheese in that because I'm going to use the other half of my cheese allowance this evening because we're having lasagna. I'm now going to cook something for lunch, which I have not done before. So I bought this crimpet ages ago because I saw everyone using these on social media, as you do. And I also bought this a while ago. It's still in date, December 26th, we're good. This is Bramwell's chicken in white wine sauce from Aldi. Okay, so this may be disgusting. I don't know because it's pretty cheap. Can't remember how much it was. It's actually, I just done it a minute ago. 1 or 2 tins, I'll put it on the screen, for the whole tin. So what I am planning on doing now, this is not going to win you any awards for a healthy, speedy lunch, but it's just, I don't actually need any lunch. I'm still a bit full from breakfast, but I've just made the kids' lunch and I fancy something. So I'm going to try and do a crimpet with this chicken in, which is kind of going to make me a pasty type thing, I think. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, like I said, I've done nothing this morning. I had all these grand plans because we've got a day at home, not going out and doing stuff. It's been so busy over the holidays. I'm either doing really long days at work, which then allow me to have the midweek days off with the boys. But when I'm off with the boys, we've literally been out every day. We've been somewhere. So this is probably only the second day in 6 weeks, apart from Sundays, that then marks off and we're doing stuff, where I've just had a day at home, and I had lots of work things I needed to catch up on, lots of work sort of reels and Instagram posts that I needed to schedule. I need to sort out my work timetable for December, and I've done nothing. I've sat at the table this morning because Joshua wanted to finish his Lego Technics, so we've done that. I haven't done any cleaning. I'm on like my 4th wash load, so I have done that. And yeah, and I've had my hygienist appointment, which is like the appointment where you go and find out that you are not being a good girl and not cleaning your teeth correctly. Like, I clean my teeth all the time, have an electric toothbrush. I'm a good 2 or 3 times a day at least with that. However, I now have a collection of other brushes that I need to use to clean around my mouth. So I've got 2 different size in between teeth brushes. I don't know about you, I do these maybe once or twice a week. Needs to be every day apparently. So I've got some chunkier ones for the back teeth and some finer ones for the front teeth, because I do have quite a lot of dental work on my front teeth, as when I was 16 I did decide to face plant the road at high speed off 16-hand horse and knock all my front teeth out. So I do need to be extra careful in cleaning around those. So I've got this special brush for that. Yeah, so I am going to challenge myself to do this every single night. So when I go next time, she says, yeah, Claire, that's amazing. You're doing really well, because I've never been to the hygienist and just had a everything looks fabulous. It's always a ooh. Anyway, that's enough for my hygienist. Let's get on and make this chicken and white wine sauce pasty type lunch thing. So this looks quite good. I did try a little bit of the chicken. I've only used half the tin, so half a tin worth of the chicken, and it pretty much tastes like Heinz chicken soup, little chicken chunks in. So let's try it. Really hot. I think this is a knife and fork jobby, but yeah, nice quick lunch. You could put so much in these, like cheese and ham. You could do your egg, beans, sausage, loads of things. Now I've got this out, I think I'm going to be using it a lot more often. Hey, so I'm just sat here having a little cup of tea. Well, I've just finished it actually. I've been I feel like I've done nothing today. But now I've sat here and I think about it, I actually feel a bit shattered, because come to think of it, I have done 5 wash loads, including my nice blanket that the dogs are now laying here on, and all of my cushions, which are currently out on the line. A white wash, a dark wash, loads of washing. I have quickly cleaned my kitchen. I have flash mopped the floor, wiped over the bathroom, walked the dogs and the kids to the park, had a dentist appointment, as well as about 2 hours of Lego Technics this morning. Do you think nowadays we set our targets too high? Like, I've had a really long few days at work, so today was supposed to be a chill out at home. However, I feel guilty that I haven't done enough. Is it just me who feels like that, or is it anyone else? Like, I'm constantly doing stuff. I've lost that ability that I had pre-children to just sit down and watch junk TV on the sofa if I had a day off. That's gone. Need to do that one day. Anyway, food-wise today, I've had my mushroom omelette this morning. I had that chicken thing wrap for lunch. That wasn't the best. I would like to try that chicken in kind of a chicken pie with some vegetables and maybe add some fresh chicken to it, because I think that would be quite nice. And I'd like to use my crimpet again to put something a bit more exciting inside. I really like the idea of that. I'm going to get up in a minute when I've finished my cuddle with my Chester Pops because I currently can't be bothered to move. And I'm going to cook dinner. Tonight we are having spaghetti bolognese. Was going to do lasagna, but I can't really be bothered. So we're having a spag bowl, which is just a nice, easy dinner to cook. It works well for us, works well for the kids. Mine always has extra veggies in because the kids don't like all the mushrooms and the tinned tomatoes and all the things that I like to put in my spag bowl. So I just quickly make their mince and put it with passata, and that is nice and easy because I love the fact that I can, with Slim & World, cook meals for the whole family. Don't get me wrong, there are nights that Mark and I eat on our own because I quite like salmon stir fries and stuff, which wouldn't be worth dishing up for the kids. But I also like the fact that several times a week I can cook something that we can all sit down and eat together, which is really, really nice. So I have looked on and I am now going to order a Slim & World kitchen box to do a little review vlog on next week. I've got to say, I wasn't overly blown away by the food options on there this week. I guess the recipes change each week, but there was a few that I was going to order. I think one was like a prawn noodle dish. One was I can't even remember now, a chicken curry dish. And there was a beef dish, I think. So I'm going to order that and I'll do a little review on that because I'm quite excited. It's been around a while now and I haven't tried it. I see that cost-wise it's a bit more expensive than say the Gusto boxes and stuff, but then I've only ever bought them when I can get like a 60% discount and then a 40% followed by 20%. So I've never paid full price for them anyway. But anyway, I'm going to give it a little go just so I can review it for you guys, and we'll see if they are something that's worth purchasing, whether they save time, whether it's just nice to try something different. And it's always handy, isn't it, just to have the right amount of ingredients. Little other thing I wanted to touch on again in today's vlog was sins. I know a lot of you have commented because I mentioned stuff on sins in the last vlog. I see a lot of negativity. If anyone ever hates Slim & World, it's because they hate sins and the negative like connections that can have with food. Again, it's just how you look at things, isn't it? Because I like being a little bit sinful and having some naughty stuff. I see my sins as something to enjoy, something to put with my food to make it taste nicer. I didn't think till afterwards where there was some comments on some of the things that came back on my last vlog where someone's physiotherapist, I think, had said that a low fat diet is bad for your bones and joints, which obviously there's a wide variety of food we can eat on Slim & World, and I wasn't thinking about it until I walked the dogs the other day, that is a great opportunity to use your sins, to have a tablespoon of olive oil to cook with instead of fry light, or to include avocados every day or every other day into your diet. Like, the sins are there to use. So if there's something that free food or speed food cuts out of your diet, your sins are a great way to add in those extra things. Someone else commented that they had protein powders left to use up, so they wanted to use those up before Slim & World. Now, I don't know what protein powders you've got, but it's always worth having a look because I know plenty of people do use protein products as part of their Slim & World journey. You just have to again account for the sins. That's what they're there for. They're there to incorporate and use foods that we want to have and we don't want to go without within our diet. Same as on a calorie counting diet, your calories are there to be used. You know, you're not going to leave 100 calories at the end of the day. Well, you can do if you want to lose weight even quicker, but if you're going to use up the calories that are there within your deficit, so why won't you use up the sins that are there to use on Slim & World? It works the same way. Obviously, if you want to lose your weight a bit quicker, you're going to stay to the lower end of your sins. But you have between 5 and 15 sins to use a day. So use those to make your meals more appetizing. Use them to have a little bar of chocolate, like a Kit Kat finger or whatever you can get for 5, 10 sins, if that is what you want to have at the end of the day. If you've had a really good day, use your sins. Use your sins to, if you want to cook with olive oil, use your sins if you want gravy, if you want ketchup, if you want mayonnaise. Don't not have those things, because it's depriving ourselves of those things that are going to make us binge on them, that are going to make us fancy naughty treats. So think about what you can incorporate in your day and use your sins fully, because you're going to feel better for it. They don't have to be avoided. Sins doesn't mean sinned as in out of bounds. It means it's a little bit of a naughty treat, so add it into your day. Anyway, that's my opinion on sins. I'm going to have to get up in a minute because I am going to have to cook this spag bowl, but I'm actually quite comfy here and I can't be bothered to move. Right, let's do it. Anyway, that's my take on sins. Don't think of them as something you can't have. Think of them as something that you can add a little bit simple and a little bit naughty to make your food that much tastier and fit in with how you want your lifestyle and diet to be. So you enjoy your food, because that's what we want to do, isn't it? Food is there to enjoy. Favourite spaghetti bolognese. It's on the menu most weeks. It is a classic. Finishing off tonight with a family movie, I have a bag, 12.5 gram bag of Butterkiss sweet popcorn, which is 3 sins, and a Pepsi Max, and that's it from me today, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed it, and turn on your notifications to see when the next video is uploaded, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.